Hello. Here. Are you going to sound this time?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure we can hear. Make sure they can hear. Everyone's going to be listening to the sounds of canning tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got all those beets on the porch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You have a password? Oh.
Reminds me of the roast.
Okay. Hey, y'all. Say hey if you're on in the chat so we can talk to you. Hi, Jan. Jan wants to know what we're canning.
Everything.
Yeah, you might hear the sounds of canning behind you because we are sitting in our kitchen and we've got beets canning, and then we've got to finish canning some. Why can they not see it? Oh, okay. Some applesauce.
Yeah.
Adam has been busy. Oh, hi,
Turn this
Raina.
off.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so. Yeah. I feel like when that light's on, it's just like really bright on our faces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I picked 2 5-gallon bucket full of beets today. So we got probably like 30 quarts of beets. Pickled beets.
We've been talking about this. You knew we talked about this 2 weeks ago, didn't we?
Probably.
I think because that's when they were telling us about roasting them.
Yeah.
And yeah, him and the kids really love beets. That's not one of my favorite things, but but yeah, we've had all these beets that we needed to do something with, and for weeks. And I have been canning applesauce slowly this week by myself. And then I went to a homeschool retreat yesterday and today. And when I got home, Adam and the kids were deer hunting, and the house was like in the middle of canning. I was like, either like the rapture happened, like it was like one of those things where I walked in and everything was like lights were still on, and you know, the canning stuff, it still smelled like canning was going on and stuff. And I was just like, it was kind of a creepy moment for a second. But then I remembered him saying that he wanted to go hunting today, and so I figured he just probably took everybody with him. So
yeah, saw lots of deer too, a ton of deer.
But you haven't shot a deer yet this year.
I have not. It's hard holding 3 children in a deer stand.
Yeah.
And their green and blue coats and stuff.
Well, it's like a blind.
I know, it's not sort of enclosed, yeah.
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 Adam's dad was talking to the kids tonight and said, y'all were all in that box. And Stella, our 6-year-old, was like, well, like, she's like, I wouldn't call it a box. She's like, it's like a little house. And he's like, well, it was still crowded, right? With Adam and 3 kids. But I think they all had a good time.
Yeah. They ate their apples and watched the deer.
Yeah. That's what Travis was telling Papa that. But he ate
his apple.
He ate his apple, and Papa said, you're good as long as you got snacks, right? And he said, yeah, Papa always brings me snacks.
It's hot in here, isn't it?
It is. And all the windows are steamed. Yeah. Yep. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's for a good cause.
Yeah, I love beets too. Been eating them all day.
Oh gosh.
Snacking on beets.
Problem in it.
No.
Remembering Rebecca's story.
Yeah. I just love these beats.
Um,
I'm gonna roast some tomorrow.
yeah, I don't know
Never
who.
done that.
Yeah, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Jan or somebody else was saying. A couple weeks ago when we were talking that they like to roast them.
Mhm.
Was it on here? I think it was on
Yeah.
here. But and you got carrots.
I did some filming today. I hadn't told
Did
you
you?
that. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Mhm. I didn't say much, but I was filming.
What were you filming?
Chicken beats.
Chicken beats. Okay.
Oh, and I did a garden tour.
Oh, fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
I got onto him. He built a what is it? A sheep? It's a hay. What do you call those? Like a rack for the hay or something.
Yeah.
So
Feeder.
a
Hay
feeder. Yeah. So the sheep can eat the hay and easily and not tear it up and not all spread out on the ground. And it's really nice looking. I like it. It's beautiful. And the kids helped him make it. And I was like, a couple days later after he made it, I was like, why don't you film that? So we start doing stuff and then we just completely forget we're supposed to be filming stuff.
It's hard to film and get stuff done. That's my problem.
Yeah. If you just rather, I mean, like if you know you got to do something, it's just easier just to go do it.
Yeah.
Not think about filming. I thought they were dying.
That's
Yeah.
We'll find out tomorrow, I guess.
You always eat a lot of, like,
Yeah.
he is notorious for whenever he harvests something, that is what you eat a lot of for the next few days.
Yeah.
And even if we're saving it, even if we're preserving it, it's like that's what you eat a lot of. So you probably your body's probably pretty used to this.
Yeah.
Hi, if you're on, say hey to us in the chat so we can talk to you. Let us know how you're doing, how your week's going, weekend, what you've been up to, that kind of thing. This is just very informal question and answer and just chit chat session. So, what have we been doing this week besides driving? I feel like that's all we've done this week is drive.
Yeah. Going back to work.
Yeah, we had vacation last week. We apologize. We were trying to get on here and do our live stream last weekend, but honestly, it snuck up on me that night, and we were doing stuff with the kids. We were at the, my dad's cabin in the mountains, and the Wi-Fi does not do well there. Anyways, I don't think we would have been able to do a live stream if we were wanting to or trying to. But so I apologize because I did say we were going to last week. But we enjoyed our vacation. It was very relaxing, very good time just to spend time together and read books and play games. And y'all know we don't have a TV here, so we watch TV some there. I got to watch a Hallmark movie. I think that was probably the first Hallmark movie I've ever watched. I mean, like, that is like a sad existence. But I always see on people's like Facebooks and stuff, or like ads that come up on. Have you ever seen those ads and stuff about like Hallmark movies and for Christmas? And I've always been kind of envious because I've never really seen one, and so I got to watch one, and I was into it, buddy, too. Like I didn't know anything else was going on around me. I was in it.
Yeah.
And the girls were too. The girls didn't want to watch it at first because it looked like a mommy movie. It didn't really look very fun, but then they like got into the story. So yeah. How is that new one growing? Are you talking about the baby? You think that's what she's referring to?
Yeah.
Okay. Growing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all saw my posts on Instagram and Facebook probably a month ago where Travis has already named the baby Gravy. And so we literally have been calling the baby Gravy. Not that we would name the baby actually Gravy, but it will be a nickname, I think, because that's just too cute not to use. Like, I'm already thinking we're going to get a onesie with gravy on it and stuff like that. Yeah, so when we talk about the baby, we say Gravy. So Gravy is doing good. Gravy is growing a lot. Yeah, I cannot believe you mamas that have had several babies probably know what I'm talking about, but I cannot believe how big I am already. Which I was in maternity pants at 7 weeks, which was a surprise to me this time too. But yeah, Sydney's already like, whoa, mama, that's going to be a huge baby. And I'm like, yes, probably so. With each of my kids, the babies have gotten bigger. So a little nervous about that because Travis was 9 pounds. So,
Hey, what do you guys recommend using the beet water for? Water that I boiled the beets in. I got like 2 gallons of it. And I hate to just pour it out. Any recommendations?
We don't have anything to dye right now. It would be a great dye.
I used some of it in the pickling mixture. So I just made the vinegar, clove, whatever mixture, cinnamon, and then put some of the juice or the beet water back in it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's extra purpley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Driving is all I've been doing this week. My brother being in the hospital in Morganton and my husband getting ready for surgery in Concord. It's been crazy. I bet so, Jan. When is your husband's surgery? I knew it was coming up, but when is it? Sorry about your brother, too. It's a lot going on at one time.
That's how it happens, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm hoping our driving has kind of settled for a little while. The 18th. Okay. I'll put that on my calendar so I can be praying. I know your daughter had asked for prayer too for her dad, so definitely remembering them, or y'all, all of y'all. I don't think anyone knows what to do with your beet water.
I don't either.
Scratching our heads about the beet water.
I'll just leave it there and figure it out tomorrow. Drink it or something.
I think you've had enough beets, don't you think?
I don't know.
I think you probably had enough. You might want to give it a couple of days and just see how it goes. Google it, yeah. Did you look anything up yet?
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything.
Other people were asking the same thing.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I would know would be to use it for a dye. But I don't know what we would dye with it. I mean, I don't have like
Have
any
you ever
sort of
peeled
fiber.
beets?
Yes,
Like after you cook them?
I guess. I mean, I pickled beets for you before.
You just peel them with your hands. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It feels weird, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
I thought I could, like I had them all in the sink to start with, and I poured boiling water on top of them. That didn't work. That's what I was going to do. And they ended up having to cook them.
Gotcha.
What else you got?
What else we've been doing? Driving. That's all I can think of. Went to that homeschool moms retreat. That was so good. Did you see my Insta story today?
Some of it.
I think I'm gonna do a video on that.
Yeah.
Because I felt really impressed to share that this morning. About gratitude, and since we're coming into the season where we should remember. I mean, Thanksgiving is about gratitude, but we, of course, we want it to go all year long. We don't want to just think about it at Thanksgiving, but finding rest. This is what the theme of this weekend was finding rest in homeschooling, and or even in homeschooling or whatever. I don't remember how it was phrased, but that ultimately God is the only one who can provide rest, and just different ways of approaching that. And one of the ways that they talked about was through gratitude. And gratitude, I remember it's probably been a year now, and I had listened to a podcast where people, some lady, I can't remember what podcast it was, but someone was talking about, like, what a difference it made in her life when, before her feet hit the floor in the morning, she was thanking God for something. And I did that for a while. I remembered that. And I remembered to do that in the mornings. And man, it changed my day. If that was the first thought that came to mind when I woke up in the morning, it was like, thank you, Lord, you woke me up this morning. But then, just thinking about how thankful you are, remembering gratitude. And it really did change my entire day. Because I don't know why, and I'm still kind of trying to discover this about myself. I don't know why. I have always dreaded things. I guess it's related to anxiety. I never really thought I had anxiety, but I guess that's kind of the same thing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Anxiety and dread. And so, yeah, I've just kind of gone through life just kind of being ready for something good, like anticipating something good. But if I didn't see something in the near future that was going to be good for me, then I just pretty much dreaded the day. And I know that sounds bad, and that probably sounds weird to people who know me, because I don't really appear to be in dread all the time or worry or whatever. But deep down, I would wake up already exhausted and think, oh, what's today going to bring? And not in a good way. So this is something I've definitely got to re-implement in my life, is the Thanksgiving, the gratitude. I wrote it down, and I don't remember each one. They even suggested how to pray in the morning, like thinking of 5 different things. And it was like a spiritual blessing, a physical blessing, one person, and then one trial. And there was one more thing, and I can't remember what it was. Anyways, and so and I did that this morning. I actually journaled it when I woke up, all those 5 things. And it's pretty easy to think of your blessings when you start putting them down like that, or people that you're thankful for, whatever. And then the last one, when it came, what trial, what burden are you thankful for? And I was like, wow. And I immediately knew what mine was today. And so I wrote that down. But you were my person I was thankful for. I wrote your name down.
Both. Me both.
No, you're not my trial. Yeah, so that really encouraged me and reminded me that that's what I should be doing, to help change my perspective for the day, and really just to get things off to a good start, so that, I know when my attitude is set right. Like, I think about this all the time, especially when I'm in a really bad funk. I remember someone saying to me, the mom's attitude sets the tone for the family. And that's a huge responsibility sometimes, because I don't feel it sometimes. But yeah, so having that gratitude hopefully will trickle down to everyone else. So
I'm glad you got to go.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's amazing how you can go somewhere like that, or you can meet someone and it can completely change the direction you're headed.
Yeah.
mentally, emotionally.
Yeah.
How was that? I was just, like the guy I met, what day did we go? Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah, like I met a guy on Thursday, and just talking to him just changed the way I thought about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in some ways, I
Yeah.
don't really know how to describe that. How do you describe that?
It's inspired. Yeah,
I guess that's the right word.
You. Yeah. Yeah. We went to.
It's hard to think about. That's where you need to be whenever you're in a funk.
Yeah.
Because you want to just stay in the funk. Usually, it's hard to motivate yourself to get out of it.
Yeah.
A lot of times it takes an outside someone or something speaking truth to you to get out of it.
It's true. And God puts those people in our lives, and yeah, it's good. I wasn't even supposed to go this weekend. And you weren't supposed to really meet that guy on Thursday, but it's like, this is, God gives us these gifts of other people and situations, and it really helps us along, especially when we're feeling discouraged. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I just need some accountability right now for some reason. And I think, I don't know, I guess that can be like virtual. I never really thought about having accountability like that, because you have people that you're close to, that you live close to, that you see a lot, and that can provide accountability. But when you find someone who I don't know, you share the same interests and the same goals and the same mindset, it's, I guess that could be virtual.
Yeah.
Virtual accountability is a good thing.
Yeah, but man, being in someone's presence takes it to another level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Tina. Hey, darling.
I guess I want to get to the point to where I'm providing that accountability for someone else.
Yeah.
Because that'll also keep me accountable.
Right.
So I think that's one of my goals, is to be helpful in some way to someone else and provide some guidance and accountability and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think to be a mentor, you have to be mentored for sure.
Definitely.
To learn how to do that right. Hey, is this Dan's daughter? I can't remember your screen name. But I saw that pop up and I was like, I think that might be Dan's daughter. Oh, don't mind Adam. He's still canning. I could not believe the production that was going on when I came home today. It was so funny. The whole kitchen is like covered in beets and canned or jars and canning supplies and pots. So
applesauce.
Yeah, applesauce.
Peeled apples for like 3 hours.
It takes forever to peel apples. Did you use the core thing? No, I couldn't get it to work good either.
It was working, but it was just taking too much out.
Yes, it is Chrissy. We are canning applesauce. We were in the mountains last week and we just bought a bunch of apples to can. My kids really love applesauce, and yes, we do always peel them. I know you don't have to peel them, but we have been peeling all of our apples for canning.
Well, this year was for something else.
What?
This year was peeling for something else. Vinegar.
Oh! I didn't know what you're. Yes, and we did want to make apple cider vinegar. That's what I've been making this week. I was like, what has consumed my time this week? It has been apples.
It's all down there anyway.
Okay, you put it in there?
Yeah.
Okay. We made apple cider vinegar for the first time. I'd never done that before, but my friend Lorraine from Soda Land did a good video on making apple cider vinegar from your peels and your cores when you're canning apples. So
10 gallons of vinegar down there.
there's a lot. How much is that bucket? 5 gallon. I did a 5 gallon bucket, y'all, and then I did several jars. Several.
I don't guess you've seen it because I did like 6 jars today.
Did you? My word, we have so much vinegar. I hope it turns out because I'm really excited about making our own vinegar because we use a lot of apple cider vinegar. Oh, she got the KitchenAid attachment to peel apples.
There you go.
Man, I'll try to remember that for next year then, because I'm gonna do this again. We'll have a baby eating applesauce next year.
I think it's worth doing by hand, honestly.
Yeah, it seems not as wasteful when you peel by hand to me. I don't know, might just be me. I hope it's gonna be good. It looks really good. Darlene said, "How did the apple cider vinegar turn out?" It takes several weeks for it to ferment. So yeah, if you'll look up Soda Land apple cider vinegar, okay, he's gonna get one out. He put them down here. I guess you're supposed to have them kind of in a dark place. I don't know. I usually, like when we're fermenting something, it's usually kind of in a dark place, but he put them down here in our bench, so he's gonna show y'all what it looks like. But
10 gallons.
okay. So it's just
packed peels and cores.
Sugar, a little bit of sugar.
I didn't put any sugar in it.
We have to put sugar in it.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't. The SCOBY doesn't have anything to feed on.
Apple's got sugar.
Oh, okay. Well, she put sugar in hers, just a little bit. That's what I did with the first
Go back and
batches.
put it in there.
Okay. And then, yeah, it does look pretty. I like how it looks. What else? What else do you put in them? I can't even remember now. You
I
have
didn't put anything. No. Oh, I put some vinegar.
Okay.
Okay. I forgot. Yeah.
You have to put did you put part of the mother in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you have to use some raw vinegar that has the mother in it, which is like the bacteria that's in the bottom. And you have to get just little bits of that and put it in each jar that you're making so that it can make the vinegar. It can ferment and make the keep the good bacteria in it.
Yeah.
And so let's see. Oh, good. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I can't wait to see how it does.
Mm-hmm.
Smell it in a couple weeks and see. Where in the mountains did you get the apples? You want to answer that?
Where'd you get them?
Well,
It's Hendersonville. I'm just checking your geography.
I know where we got the apples. We did a video on it.
It's in Hendersonville, which is like south of Asheville.
Hendersonville's
It's our happy place.
a happy place.
That's our happy place.
Oh, I thought that's a happy place.
Yeah.
It is our happy place.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time there this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We went to this one place that we always buy them at and pulled up, and they had apples stacked up out there, but nobody was there.
Yeah. Dude was losing business.
Yeah.
I hated it because we were going to leave money.
Some money, but
there was nowhere to leave money, so
Yeah.
it's like we didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But he had the best price for apples, and we bought apples from him before.
Mm-hmm.
And there was, boxes and boxes and boxes of all these different varieties of apples,
Mm-hmm.
and no one attending the place.
Yeah. Free apples. No.
We were not going to steal apples, but
sure
someone
yeah.
has, I'm sure, because it's like nobody to be found. So we went down the road further.
Forgot to tell you, our neighbor was broken into yesterday.
Oh no!
Next door neighbor.
Get the guns out. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Is that close to you guys? It is not super close to us where we live, but we have, my dad has a house in Lake Lure, which is not far from Hendersonville, and that is kind of that's our happy place. That's where we go to relax and when we need some unwinding time. There we go. We don't have any moderators on here. Do we? So it wasn't, no, it's not super close to where we live. 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that from us right now. But
yeah, it's like 2.5 hours.
But we love it. We love it up there. And we always go, we did a video this week of, or last week of our vacation. And I've got one more I think I'm going to put up about our vacation probably tomorrow, maybe. But it showed some of the places that we went to in Hendersonville. It's a great place. But, yep. Anything else you have to say about that? Yeah. We've been driving to the mountains so much this week. I keep saying, like, if we keep making this drive, we're just going to think it's down the road. So it's not going to seem that long. It's kind of like you going to Charlotte, which is not that far. But, you know, it probably doesn't seem that far anymore, especially if you're, like, kind of working while you're riding. Oh, yeah, our kids are great. They don't love long trips either, but they do great. They're awesome kids. And they go where we go. So, yeah. I love the beach too. It's like, talk about our happy place. My happy place is kind of the beach. It's not Adams whatsoever. But
I mean, I would go now.
When it's cold.
40 degrees.
Yeah, and that's not when I enjoy the beach. But yeah. But we had to do something this one of these, like, you know, get to know you things this weekend. And that was one of our things, was like, go to this corner if you're a mountains person, go this corner if you're a beach person. I'm like, well, we're kind of mountain people, but I went to the beach corner because that's like this is where I meet God place is when we go to the beach. So, what kind of apples did we get?
We got Wine Sap and Honey Crisp and Pink Ladies. And the kids ate a bushel before we got home.
What is up with trolls tonight? Now that, like, we don't have any moderators on here. Okay. Yeah, we weren't going to get Honeycrisp. No, was it Honeycrisp? We weren't going to get Honeycrisp, but that is Sydney's favorite. And so.
Where has she had those before? How'd she know that was her favorite? I was wondering why they kept saying that. They wanted Honeycrisp.
I don't know. I don't know if it was Pawpaw or. I don't remember, but.
They are good.
Yeah, we love apples too.
I know, I'm ready for our trees to start producing.
Yeah, how many do we have?
Trees?
Yeah.
15, probably.
I don't think, not according to Lorraine's video. That's really the only thing I've seen. She said it didn't really matter what kinds you used.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
We've used all the kinds that we bought, didn't we? Yeah. I thought you were going to say something.
I was just thinking.
Oh, I was waiting on you to say something. You're like pondering, and then, where's Franklin? Do you know where Franklin is?
I think it's like south of Winston-Salem.
Okay,
area.
gotcha.
Liberty, Franklin. I think that's all in the same area.
Liberty. Oh, okay. Where we went, where I went to teach. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha.
Or not? It's
Cherokee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was way off, wasn't I?
Yeah. What is up? We never have this many trolls on here. But they are on here tonight. Over by the Georgia border.
The trees are 4 years old. Isn't that right? 4 years old.
Did you plant them when we first moved?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess this winter they'll be 4 years old.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They're taller than I am now. Like 8 feet tall now. Which is crazy. I mean, they were like little pencil sticks when we put them in. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first year I had some old straw or hay bales or something, and I stacked around each one. And I think that really helped a lot. It helped keep the roots warm and insulated, and it mulched the ground. And no, we haven't gotten any apples yet. There was one bloom this spring that I pulled off because I didn't, I wanted it to put its energy back into the roots this year again. So maybe next year we'll have some apples.
Think so.
Yeah, we should have a few.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. We get a lot from that one tree already, but they come off early. They're off like June.
Yeah. Hi, heirloom permaculture.
It's hard to have apples because the early frost kills or the late frost kills the blooms usually. Remember that? It happened this last spring. This apple tree was all bloomed out, and they've got a late frost, and it killed a lot of the blooms.
Mm. We have lots of trees.
Yeah.
We're blessed with pears, peaches.
Yeah.
Peaches don't really.
They're pretty good.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we don't do it. I eat them. I mean, we just eat them out there.
We don't spray them or anything like that, and so
yeah, they have worms in them.
Stuff gets to them pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah, we have pears, peaches, apples,
persimmons,
pecans, persimmons, mulberries,
and then we've got like we've got our blueberry bushes, and Adam just planted blackberries.
Yep.
So we're excited about all of our fruiting things.
Yeah, the blackberries are going to be nice.
Yeah.
What else should we plant?
I don't know. What is there anything on your bucket list of stuff to plant that we haven't planted?
I haven't thought about that in a while.
Yeah.
Just been trying to maintain what we have.
Yeah. It's pretty loud, isn't it?
Yeah.
Our cannon is going. What is that, applesauce now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pawpaw trees. Should get some of those.
What is that? I've heard of that.
It's kind of like I think it's like a pear, sort of. Probably wrong though.
Maybe they can tell us. We're going to try peanuts in spring.
I forgot about my peanuts.
You've done peanuts?
Yeah, they're out there now.
Oh.
Just haven't dug them up.
You forgot about it. How do you forget about
they're out
peanuts?
there I didn't even go down there today when I did the video. And the spinach. Remember all that spinach out there?
So anyone who watches our garden tour video, he apologizes. He forgot the peanuts and spinach. That's funny. I forgot you had planted some.
Yeah. You check on those tomorrow.
Yeah. Custard apple. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know if I'd like it, man. If it's like mushy. think it's mushy.
I think they're native around here, aren't they? Do you know if they're native around here?
What else? Do you have any other things you've never tried before?
Planting?
Yeah.
No. Might get some pawpaws though.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're native.
Grapes. I want to transplant our grapes.
We do have grapes. I forgot to say
Yeah.
grapes.
I want to move them somewhere else.
Y'all, it's the beautiful sounds of canning around here. Do you hear them? Pop. Yeah, our blueberry bushes are the most productive thing we've got, pretty much, and our pear tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy, but it's so tall and it's so hard to get the pears.
Yeah.
But comfrey, you got some comfrey.
I do.
But we're gonna plant some more. Aren't you? Are you wanting to plant more? We I don't really know a lot about comfrey, but you know, I'm starting to hear more of like the medicinal uses for comfrey too. But that it's really good, nutritious for the animals. So we were talking to the So Edible podcast people at the HOA. They had an emergency. They actually didn't get to stay for HOA, but they were there setting up the day before. I forgot to tell you about all that. Did I tell you what happened? She got a call that her husband was in a head-on collision, and so they just packed it all up and left. And they had they're not far from us, so they had a pretty long drive back. But he was okay. He banged up, but okay. But they were talking about comfrey. They had comfrey there. And they were just talking about, like, they just have tons of it and how much they feed to the animals and everything, what it's good for and stuff. And so then, and it's really pretty. It's actually a really pretty plant, you know. So we were talking about even planting it, like, along our, like, our fence line, down our driveway and stuff like that.
I was thinking today, putting your herb garden out here where all this wood is.
Okay.
And I was also thinking about putting a greenhouse beside the heater.
Okay.
You know, like a makeshift greenhouse. Not makeshift, but whatever.
Like you've done
sort
before?
Nice. I don't know. No, I think I want to build something.
Like a glass one?
Something, yeah. Because I could heat it with the heater right there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm wanting to learn more about herbs. So, yeah, me too, Jan. That's kind of like my goal for this year, is to learn more about medicinal herbs. Roots go 10 feet deep. Put it around every tree. Yeah, I'm not the gardener, and so I really don't know anything much about gardening or plants. I leave that up to Adam. But we are very much into natural health and essential oils. We use them daily. And I've got a friend down the road who knows a lot about herbs, the medicinal herbs, and she's brought me a lot. I'm looking at them right now. I've got them sitting up here in little jars that she's come and just brought me. And when I start feeling icky, or if I feel like I just need a little bit of a boost or whatever, I'll go and see what I can use in a tea and that kind of thing. And so I just love to have more information about medicinal herbs, and because we do like to just use natural remedies, natural medicine.
Natural sugar.
I said natural sugar because our kids hear me talk a lot about food and stuff, and so our 4-year-old son will now inform people, oh, it's just natural sugar, it's okay, you know, like when they're wanting to eat something like a fruit or something like that, it's just natural sugar. Oh, we do. They keep reminding me of stuff we have planted. We actually do have some elderberries. They produced a little bit this year. We have 2, right? It's just 2. And they're really big. I guess this is the 3rd year we've had them, maybe. And this was the first year that they actually produced some berries, but it was not super productive. So I actually didn't use them, but because it's kind of a process for making elderberry syrup and that kind of thing, and so I just didn't mess with them this year, and it was in a really busy time when they were producing. So hopefully next year they'll produce more, and it'll be worth my time and worth my while to go and harvest all that stuff. Hi, Smith Family Ranch. We have a moderator. Woohoo! No, we I've had to bump some trolls tonight, so let's see. Oh, I hope it makes it. Darling, where are you located? Yeah, I think it takes, is it 3 years for elderberry? It did not produce last year. I think this is the 3rd year of our elderberry, and thank you. And it just produced for the first time this year. So hopefully it'll get better and better every year. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ruth and Refuge made a video on making elderberry syrup, which I used to do a long time ago. And actually I would sell it. But then I have a very good friend down the road who is known as the Elderberry Lady, and she has really made a business out of this. And so she was buying honey from us. We can't sell honey anymore this year because we didn't extract as much honey this year. So, but she was buying honey from us, and we were just trading honey and elderberry syrup. So she was using that to make her syrup, which was great for us because we know it was good honey from our bees and very local. So that's gonna, we knew that would be good for us to take. And but she still gets local honey to make it with, and we really like her elderberry. So I haven't made it in a while, but it's really very easy to make, and it makes your house smell amazing.
Does it have clove in it?
Yes, I live in Maine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about New England weather, winters or anything. The husband didn't like it. I thought it was good tasting. I used a kit. Oh, okay. I had kits. Yeah, you can order your elderberries. I don't know what I didn't watch that video, but I don't know what she recommended. But I used to order mine from
something
Mountain Rose Herbs. Thank you for that. Mountain Rose Herbs, and it was organic. They were organic berries, and they were dried. So, yep. I guess that's the only way you can buy them dried, unless I wonder if you can buy them frozen.
The fella at the Homesteaders offered them freeze dried.
Okay.
He said they kept their nutritional value.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Freeze dried.
Yeah.
Freeze drying them.
Yeah.
What's his name? Because I'm sure he sells online.
I don't remember. To look him up. Do y'all remember from HOA?
He's at all these events we go to, but I don't think I've ever talked to him.
And I was thinking about HOA today, and how we're going to get some help next year, because I want to enjoy myself next year, and I'm gonna have a new baby. So I'm hoping, maybe you guys have some suggestions about this, but I'm either hoping to hire some people who are local to Front Royal, who would just be willing. I mean, they might not have any kind of homestead connection, but who would be willing to come, and we would pay them to run our booth for us. Or we have friends in Front Royal who might be able to find us some people, people from their church or whatever who might be willing to want to make a little bit of money for the weekend and work the event for us. But we're, well, I don't know about you, but I'm just not really interested in being tied down to my booth the entire time next year. Again, it's awesome. Like I kind of want to split my time. Like I want to be at the booth and I want to be walking around talking to people and I want to be in the sessions too. So, thank you, Chrissy. I don't want to tie you down either though. So it's kind of like we have to find somebody who, hi Janine, who maybe, either has no interest in the homesteading, like Homesteaders of America at all, and would just want to come and make money to run our booth, or if someone did have an interest in actually coming to the event, and then they would like be able to participate in some things too, and kind of split their time with somebody else. Maybe, I don't know. So we got to work out the details. But all I know is we're gonna need some help because it was crazy this year. Crazy busy this year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year we had some downtime, but this year not so much. Oh, I'm sorry, your plants died.
Some of mine die too.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yes, it is a good problem to have.
Travis's gun.
Yes. Yes.
You know what he did today?
What?
He carried around a lizard for like 30 minutes.
Did it die?
Mm-mm. You know how the lizards are when it's cold? They just barely move.
Oh.
So he came up to me and he was holding it by the tail.
The tail didn't fall off?
Mm-mm.
What?
I just haven't seen him do that.
Oh.
Usually sort of when they're moving around a lot,
yeah,
he doesn't like them.
He's I've seen him be a little more aggressive with creepy crawly things lately.
Mm.
So and the girls used to always and they do still some, but I think they're trying to start acting a little more like, oh, oh, there's a lizard, someone come and get it, that kind of thing. Like they didn't used to be like that, but at least Sydney didn't. So what do we got going on this week?
I have no idea.
I don't either. You're going to go on a camp out if it's not raining next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Do a man trip.
Yep. Me and the boy.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of something me and the girls can do, and I'm thinking we will probably go out to eat because all three of us really love going out to eat. The girls do. And either getting some Christmas things, like if we already know what we need to go get for some people, go ahead and getting a little bit of stuff done, or just coming here and watching a movie together or something. But I was wanting to take them to something Christmassy, but there's nothing yet. It's like all the start of December, when all that starts. But even though I've been listening to Christmas music on the radio,
I saw that.
It's got me in the mood. You saw that?
When I borrowed your car a minute ago.
Oh, blasting my jingle bells. But I know I was halfway debating. I was like, could we ask Daddy to go ahead and cut us down a tree and then we could decorate it? But I'm like, I think that's going to be too early for the tree to make it looking good to Christmas.
Probably.
I mean, it might work, but it's going to be a stretch. When do y'all do your Christmas? If y'all get a live tree, when do you get your live tree? We usually get ours the week of Thanksgiving. I don't know what we are going to do for Thanksgiving, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't even know. Do we have a turkey left?
I don't think so.
I don't think we have any turkeys
Mhm.
left. We raised turkeys last year for Thanksgiving. We had a lot of people buy turkeys, and we took some for our family get-togethers last year, and that was good. Okay. The weekend after Thanksgiving. Okay. We usually do ours the week of Thanksgiving, like before Thanksgiving, and it usually does pretty good. But we're actually going to get a tree from here, I think, this year. We're not going to buy a tree. And some cut us a cedar, I guess, right?
Okay.
You think you can find us a pretty one?
Oh, yeah.
That's not too Charlie Brown looking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We had a Charlie Brown one time. Like, legit. I mean, it looked just like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. It was our first Christmas here in this house. And we still had boxes. We had not done our remodel. Well, yeah, we hadn't done a remodel. There were still boxes everywhere. Everything was pretty much how it was when your dad left. And it just felt very like I was grieving over our old house, leaving our old house. I was feeling kind of displaced. It was just such an appropriate tree for that year, for that Christmas. I was like, we didn't really decorate. We had just this little Charlie Brown Christmas tree that Adam cut down for us. And that was about it. I was like, next year, we're going to have a Christmas. And we're going to decorate. And we're going to have all the things. And this year will be our first year, like with the remodel completely done and feel like settled, you know. Because even last year, we didn't decorate last year because we were in the middle of the remodel last year, weren't we?
I think so.
I think because that's when my mom gave us that.
I don't usually keep up with the Christmas decorations.
He doesn't. He's not a Christmas decorator. He would rather us not decorate for Christmas, not have a tree in the house. You know, skip Christmas altogether.
No, not skip it.
It's like that movie, Skipping Christmas. Isn't that a movie?
I don't know.
Oh wow, 3 turkeys.
They're expensive.
They are. That's a warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're expensive to raise.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do it again. We might just for us at some point, maybe just a few or something. I don't know. But
I don't know.
But it was really wasn't worth it to us. Because we had to sell them for a high price because they cost so much, and we really didn't make anything on them. So they're neat. They're neat to have. Like, they're really funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
They're huge too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a ton of meat, but it is expensive. Probably like $3 a pound, $4 a pound, something like that.
I don't remember.
It was more than that. It's at least $4 a pound.
Yeah.
Or more. I mean, it was like $50 or $60 per turkey.
And we had heard turkeys were hard to keep alive, and we lost not many though, 1 or 2. Like it wasn't much at all.
Yeah, when they're little, they die easily. But once they get to a certain age, I think they're pretty indestructible.
Are the turkeys the ones that roosted on the fence line?
Yeah.
I remember that was so funny.
Yeah, the wire's still bent over from them sitting on there.
They were so heavy, and they would roost. They would never. I don't think any of them ever got out of the pasture. They knew to go back in. I don't remember any of them ever getting out. I don't think so either. But they would roost on the fence line.
Yeah.
At night, so we would drive in the driveway if we were coming home, and all these white turkeys just sitting on the fence line.
Yeah.
We're like, oh gosh, we're gonna have lots of escapees. But I don't think anyone ever got out.
They're like, I don't know what breed they are. We're white turkeys. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either. Oh, they didn't have much luck with theirs. Bought 3. 3 had leg issues. They were a pain. Oh, 3 died. 3 had leg issues. They were a pain. We won't raise them again. You gonna look them up?
Mm-hmm.
You got them from there.
I don't know.
Oh,
Can't remember.
Okay. So half of the special diets. Oh, okay, that makes sense to me.
A
Yeah.
giant white.
A what?
Giant white.
A giant white. Is that what it was?
They're pretty much the same
Same thing.
No
Okay.
matter where you get them.
We don't remember where we got ours, but he's looking on the McMurray hatchery, and they're called giant whites. But most of the people that we've talked to have said the same thing as us. Like,
Yeah.
it's not really worth it, I guess.
So those are $11 a piece for day old poults.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. They're expensive to keep up and to buy. For sure.
Anyway, I mean, it's worth it. If you got $50 or $60, it's worth it.
Yeah.
If you just want to raise one for Thanksgiving, I would do that, definitely. If I was just raising 1 or 2 for us.
Yeah. But really, we fell so much in love with the taste of our meat chickens that I totally wouldn't mind having meat chicken, one of ours instead of turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving anyway. So, thank you, Joanne. Washington State. That's somewhere I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
2 grams of sodium a day. Oh, I bet so. Yeah, the only other thing, I mean, yeah, you can definitely try to raise your own, but you might just want to try to find a local farmer who raises them correctly and to your standards and buy. They're going to be expensive whether you raise them or whether you buy them.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what most people sell them for. A lot more than we did, I'm sure.
I think probably so. Like, we felt like we were really selling some expensive turkeys, but we really did. I mean, that was pretty much at cost. Like, but people bought them, and when we had people that were the same way, they were just like, we really want to have a farm raised turkey, local turkey this year. And some people bought several, so because they had different get-togethers to do, and they wanted to take one to each one.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice. We loved having the support of people like that to. So, what you're doing? I thought it was a banana. It's Travis's gun. Yeah. So. Tired. I feel like I've been talking a lot today. All these moms. I have been talking a lot today.
That's good.
Yeah. It was really good. Adam and the kids prayed for me before I left for my homeschool mom retreat, and that was really nice. And really, like, I was thinking about that on the way home, like, really everything you prayed was what happened. So thank you. Thanks for praying for us. The experience. It was really good. I probably cried 20 times this weekend. Like, not like boo-hoo cry, but like tear up, like, almost like embarrassed that I'm crying again. Kind of thing. But it was like, it meant like that much, like the stuff that we talked about. And I don't know. You were talking about, a while ago about being inspired, meeting, like when you meet somebody that kind of like changes your perspective, it's just like, you can't let go of it. Like, it's just, I don't know, you just feel connected to that person or whatever. And, we feel like that about our friends in Asheville. Like, I feel a really deep connection with our friends in Asheville, and we really click, and we spend a lot of, the last couple of weeks, we've spent a lot of like meaningful time together, heartfelt time together, not just having fun, but like, life events, Justin's dad passing away, and just, doing hard things together. And, but like, when I was with the homeschool mom today, it was kind of like that, but a whole other level, because it was like, I don't know. Well, it was all women too, so that was easy for us to talk about our, you know, our struggles and encourage each other. And I don't know, it's just like we could so relate to each other. Just everything, all the stories that were told, we were just like, oh my gosh, like we have each other's lives. We really do. Like we know this journey very well. And I don't know. It was just good. It was just a whole array of, like, there was moms there who had already graduated all of their children. So they were like veteran homeschool moms. Like they don't have any kids at home anymore. And then there were, moms like me that have little ones and elementary. And then there were some that just had high schoolers. So it was just like the whole thing, but everyone could relate to each other so well. And it was just like one of those, like, don't give up. You're doing a good work kind of thing. So it was really good. I could keep talking about it forever. Yeah, I'm sure they are expensive. I read an article when we were getting ready to do ours. I don't remember where I saw the article, but I remember reading an article about the turkeys that this farmer was raising locally, and he sold his for probably twice as much as we sold ours for. Because he was profiting. He was making sure he profited. So. Yeah. But Thanksgiving is upon us. It's exciting. I love Thanksgiving.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Thanksgiving food is like the best. Isn't that what you like about Thanksgiving? Or what do you like
That's
about
part of it?
That's all I was thinking about. I love Thanksgiving food. Yeah, it's about time for us to get our children. They've been really quiet tonight. No interruptions. It's because they have a phone. They're watching. Yeah. Guess what they're watching? Someone guess what they're watching.
It's another channel.
It is another homesteading channel.
Yeah.
It is their favorite homesteading channel.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of funny though, because
how'd you know they had a new video out? She just guessed that they did.
I guess so.
I don't think I've ever watched them.
I've watched a couple, but it's just it's not. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of homesteading channels.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't really watch a lot of YouTube, but that's just not something I enjoy watching. That sounds so like hypocritical.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really watch people like us. I do. I watch people that do more like vlog, like real life stuff. I don't watch a whole lot of like farm, this is what we're doing with our animals kind of videos, or gardening. I don't watch gardening stuff just because I can't garden. I'm just not a gardener. But anyways, I'll go ahead and tell you, it's Weed 'em and Reap. They absolutely love Weed 'em and Reap. I guess they live in Arizona.
I think so.
And Sydney is bound and determined to go to their house one day. She's like, she wants Adam to get shipped off to Arizona for work sometime so she can go with him to visit their house. I'm like, I don't know if we can just drop by. Like, I'm just not sure it's like that kind of thing. But
I see them on the TV.
Yeah. And she's in my upline, my doTERRA upline. So
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But anyways, it's just funny. She absolutely adores Weed 'em and Reap. Well, they all do. They know all the animals' names. She showed me yesterday, like each goat that would come on the screen, she would tell me its name. I was like, how do you know that? They all look the same to me. And then she'd tell me who was pregnant, which goat was pregnant, who had already had babies, which one was whose baby. I was like, I don't even know that about ours. Like, this is crazy to me. They are funny. They are very funny. Yeah, it is a good channel. I have watched her a few times, especially with her. She makes sourdough bread, so I've been watching her bread baking too. But Yeah, they are funny. All right. Well, we are over an hour. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, I apologize that we were not on here last week with kind of sketchy Wi-Fi service. So, but we will be back here next Saturday night to see you guys, and hope you'll join us at 8 o'clock. And thank you for coming and chatting with us. Bye.